Good morning, guys, and welcome to Coach Twigg's YouTube channel. Today, I'm going to give you an introduction to my personal batting cage. I like to call this Twigg's Cage Bomb Hitting Facility. And basically what I'm going to do is just go through what kind of a cage do I have, what kind of cages have I had in the past, what have I learned through the years of how to make your batting cage more stable and to make it better for you and your goals and your dreams. So sit tight and let's talk about batting cages for a few minutes. The first thing that I'd like to share about my batting cage is what brand is it. I bought a Skywalker batting cage, and for those of you that love Star Wars, I can say that this doesn't have anything to do with Luke Skywalker, but I purchased it online, and I think it was actually through Walmart. And I got it at a great price. It was $800. It's 40 feet long, roughly 12 feet wide, and roughly 12 feet high. I also had to buy what is called a portable batting cage, as in my development, we're not allowed to have permanent structures. So I wasn't allowed to cement it into the ground. So this is an option for those of you that don't want to go the big money route and put in a cage that's going to break your bank. My first suggestion for finding out if a portable batting cage is for you is making sure that if we have a lot of wind, you're still going to have your batting cage at the end of the storm. As you see here, my Skywalker batting cage comes with a nice big long foot at the bottom of every post, and you can see that I've also driven in the stakes that came with it at each end of the foot. But more importantly, I would like you to concentrate on this. I double reinforced it with a piece of 3-foot rebar, and then I took the largest and thickest zip strips that I could possibly find. This is something you're going to definitely want to do if you purchase a portable batting cage. The next question you're asking yourself is, why is the net not touching the ground, and why are you holding it off the ground with these clips and these clamps? One of the things that I learned with my first 2 batting cages is that animals love to get stuck inside of them, especially rabbits and birds. So I bring the net up and I hold it off of the ground with clamps so that the bunnies don't chew through it. Because rather than go around it or under it, it never fails. Animals always chew through the cage. Another inexpensive thing that you can do for your cage to make it look just a little nicer and a little more professional is always artificial turf. Now you can see that I have a couple of pieces of more expensive artificial turf, but then in the middle, I got this green indoor-outdoor carpet from Lowe's that cost approximately $180, but it's a gigantic piece. It covers a large area, and for people that don't have great grass for their batting cage, this is an awesome alternative to make it look so much nicer. Another purchase that will obviously need to be made if you're going to be putting in your own batting cage is an L screen. And we're going to talk a lot about L screens in a future video and the protection that they supply you with, and the importance of having an L screen that not only works, but that is repaired and is functional every time that you use it. Another thing to take into consideration is the thickness and the strength of the materials that you're building. You can see that this is very thick aluminum. Again, I've learned from having 2 or 3 cheaper alternatives that cheaper is not always better. And now that you see the cage in its entirety, the last thing you always want to do is read as many reviews as possible, reviews about any part of the cage. Pay particular close attention to ease of setup and how many people it takes and the length of time, because I promise you, whatever the company says, you can double or triple the amount of people, and you can double or triple the amount of time that they say it takes to install it. Personally, this cage took 2 adults 2 hours to complete, and I promise you that we were talking baseball and having fun, and we certainly weren't busting our butts for 2 straight hours. There might have even been a beverage or 2 mixed in there. So I would consider that to be pretty good compared to some of the other cages that might be on the market. And finally, when you're looking for a cheap yet durable and sturdy alternative for where do I store all of my stuff, you can see that I got my 32-gallon trash can from Lowe's. I have it connected to the cage as a use for some extra weight to make sure it doesn't blow away. My only suggestion with anything you buy like this is make sure you put the top on. If not, it takes a long time for baseballs and softballs to dry. I'm really hoping that this video about the purchase of my own personal batting cage will help aid you in the purchase of yours. So from Twigg's Cage Bomb Hitting Facility, we are calling it a day today. Thank you for watching Coach Twigg's YouTube channel. Please like, but more importantly, subscribe. We are going to work very hard to keep bringing you the best information and the best skills and drills and everything surrounding the great game of baseball. Thank you.